Hello, Leo, and welcome. Thanks for joining me for your weekly reading. Please let me know how I'm doing in the comments below, and like if you enjoyed our time together. Now let's see what Spirit has for you this week. So, Leo, we are starting out with a great card for you. We're starting out with the Star. Big inspiration and positive change for you. Seven of Cups, the King of Cups, the World, the Devil, and Pentacles. So your power cards, which are half of your reading here, the power cards in your reading this week, Leo, are really feeding into that over-the-top kind of nature that you have and being really bold. So the Star invites you to have, like I said, that very strong inspiration and kind of being rewarded for being brave enough to express it, to share it. So all sorts of things could be coming to you this week, Leo, because of the Star. And then I like the Devil in the next spot because the Devil is reminding you to really keep your primitive nature in check. It's what keeps you civil, oddly enough. Control your impulses. Be more aware of how you're behaving, what you're doing, because the Devil also kind of gives you that liberation where I feel free to do anything. Well, to a certain extent, because there are things that we have about us that are very much part of our makeup, who makes us who we are, that are not necessarily good for us. That is more or less what the Devil is talking about. You need to keep those things in check. Those things that you know are kind of addictive or probably not the best impulses to give into or follow. Those urges that you have that you know can cause bad outcomes for you, the Devil is reminding you to keep those in check, keep on top of those, keep those in mind. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into, and of course, the World is just wonderful. The World is saying that the strong sense of accomplishment is going to be coming for you this week. You're going to have over-the-top joy, Leo, which we know that positivity in abundance is really your thing. So so all of your power cards are really awesome, and they're telling you to keep yourself in check. Everything within moderation, right? So just make sure that you're not, getting overzealous about a project. You're not working too hard. You're not, really putting way too much emotion into something and falling in love with somebody you met 2 weeks ago. That kind of thing. The Devil's reminding you if you have that in your past behavior, that's part of who you are. Keep that in mind this week, Leo. You have to kind of rein it in a little bit. On that note, let's go ahead and look at your emotional card, your Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is talking about choices. So being able to really come at a choice from more than just your mind, more than just your intellect, but also coming at it with your psyche, your intuition, your heart, really putting your entire self in the equation when you're making decisions. Nothing wrong with that. And again, the Devil is right below the card. The Devil's saying, be careful, especially if it's a behavior you're already familiar with, which means it's like an addictive behavior. It's a character trait or a character flaw in this case. It's something that you know in the past has caused you problems. So that's why I say the Devil is not a bad card to have, because he's reminding you, hey, you remember the last time you did that? Yeah, it was not no, it did not turn out well. Guess what this is just like? Or hey, have you had this scenario in your past? The last time you gave in to this urge or you did this and it didn't work out. So perhaps you need to think about this and change it up a little bit. And then the Seven of Cups is more of the same. It's telling you, hey, pay attention, because that sense of wishful thinking, kind of putting traits on someone that they don't have, make someone your knight in shining armor that really is barely a decent guy, or vice versa, a woman, giving her all these angelic, wonderful traits, and then she's, barely a decent companion. So just be careful be careful what you wish for, be careful what you're willing to accept, be careful of things that really aren't there. So between the Seven of Cups and the Devil, really being reminded about, better choices. You've got the King of Cups though as well. And with the King of Cups, you're talking about emotional balance and really feeling the love, but in a very even keel type of way. So, and even though it is a very abundant card, like it's very abundant in the emotional realm, it's also, like it says, that emotional balance. So again, you're being reminded to keep things status quo, keep things even, don't go overboard, don't tip too much this way or that way. Try very hard to stay right in the middle. Be comfortable with where you're at, Leo, and watch the things, don't give attributes to this person that they don't have. Really look at it, try to be as clear and precise as you can, which is difficult when you're talking about the emotional realm. But you're being reminded also by the Devil is you know this about yourself. You already know what you do when you kind of are smitten with someone. You already know what you tend to do. If you think finances are going well enough that you can afford to do this, or say, Leo, you can't, and you can't give in to your extravagant nature. This week, the Devil's reminding you all those things that you know are you, that make you who you are. The ones that you already know are negative or not productive, do not give in to them and be aware of them and stay on top of them. Now, let's look at your Pentacles, your money card. The Two of Pentacles is talking about balance, more balance. Being able to balance and become more adaptable when it comes to the financial realm, especially in uncertain times. And I think we've had uncertain times for several years now. So, Leo, you're probably really adept with it. You're probably very skilled at being balanced in your financial realm. But you also, as we know, you have that extravagant nature. You like nice things. You're already being warned about it by the Devil. But the Two of Pentacles is reminding you as well. You have to be able to juggle your resources and even sometimes more than just your finances, but your time, your energy. You have to be able to balance those out and know how to dole them out in a way that's going to be beneficial to you and to whoever you're involving yourself with. So you need to be on your best behavior is what I'm seeing here. Not necessarily for other people, but for you. These are things that you already know, Leo. You know that this is something you have issues with. You know that you have a problem with this. So be aware of it. Think about it. Act on it on your behalf. But remember that you have all these wonderful cards too. You have the Star and you have the World saying that your week is going to be really great. But you just have to be your own advocate and remember, pay attention to your negative behaviors, things that you kind of do out of the blue, because you don't want to do them this week in particular. And that is what I'm seeing for you, Leo. Thank you for joining me, and I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you.